This is genuinely insane. I honestly think that this might just be because of my bias towards one of the Calgary Flames prospects that I tend to really like, in my opinion. But we're going to get into all that. Plus, we're going to get into more Calgary Flames trade rumors surrounding one of their players. But guys, welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you can make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you so much to those that are already supporting me as well. Now, when we talk about the Calgary Flames' top prospects, I honestly think that Zay Perk is the number one, obviously. I don't even really think there could be much debate around that. Like, that's just who it is. I see him as a top pair right-hand shot defenseman that can play a two-way game, is going to be good enough offensively and be very good offensively and defensively, almost like a two-way defenseman. I do wonder how many minutes he's going to be able to play at his peak. Like, is he going to be like a 20 minute a night, 24 minute a night guy? I think that's certainly possible. So nobody is going to be debating that. It's kind of like the 2, 3, 4, and 5 slot that gets more debatable, but this is just my opinion because I have a big bias towards one of the Calgary Flames' top prospects. Because NHL did release top prospects for the Calgary Flames. Now, obviously, Zay Perk was going to be number one in that prospect ranking, but number two was Hunter Brzustewicz. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to talk about this player. I actually like him a lot, and I understand why the rankings might be like this, because he has more time in the American Hockey League. He had about a full season and had a pretty successful season with the Flames minor league affiliate. We do have a very really interesting quote around Hunter here. The biggest thing with Hunter is his poise and his execution with the puck, Edward said. He can make plays and his deception in the game. He very rarely makes a poor decision with the puck. He's dynamic in terms of making that first pass, getting it out of his zone. He can make plays through people in the middle of the ice and has all of the confidence in the world to look off defender and find people. So again, and he's projecting he's going to be in the Flames organization in 26-27. So here's the thing. When I look at a prospect, I look at how high the ceiling is for the prospect. That's the way that I view prospects. So how high are they going to be able to play in the lineup? So this is why I personally have Cole Rezny ahead of him. They have Cole Rezny number 3. And yes, this is just going to be my own bias towards this player. I understand they have Gridin, better. Some people could disagree with me on that. I just think that Rezny is going to be very good, and we have a very interesting quote right here. Quote, "We like his offense, but we believe there is much more from him from his 2-foot, 100-foot game perspective," Edward said. "We like his mindset and mentality, the leadership he brings. He's a mature young man at his age. We feel like he's going to be a complete player that not only can produce, but potentially play top minutes against top players and be an effective guy." Yes. Now, he's projected to be 27-28 in this prospect ranking. That's fair. He may take a little bit longer to develop. The reason that they're projecting him in 2027-2028 to be in the Calgary Flames and probably be playing NHL minutes is because of his two-way acumen. People don't understand. Like, this guy can actually play defense. He actually isn't a complete train wreck away from his zone, because everybody thinks, oh, an offensive guy, you kind of got to shelter them. But that's not really true with this guy, and that's what makes me so excited about him. Two-way wingers that you can match up against the best players in the league, and they can score 60 to 80 points. Those are by far the most effective guys, especially in the NHL playoffs. Even look at like Mitch Marner. Yes, I know he wasn't necessarily like the best playoff performer, but he was really good defensively, and he got even better defensively in the playoffs. I'm not necessarily sure if Rezny is going to reach that ceiling, but I see him being like a top producer, 20-minute, 21-minute a night, like pretty good offensive winger. Now, shifting gears away from prospects for a bit, I did want to talk about the Hockey News article around Brian Wilson and should the Flames move on from Rasmus Andersson. And there's some really interesting stuff in this article because he names all of the specific teams that are apparently in on him. And as we know, it's not about waiving his no-trade clause. I've been wrong about that. But it's more about him not wanting to re-sign with any of the teams that are actually interested in him. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not going to get traded. It just means that the Calgary Calgary Flames might get a little bit less for him, unfortunately. Now, he lists the Carolina Hurricanes, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Dallas Stars, and he does list the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the thing about the Vegas Golden Knights and Rasmus Andersson is they could trade him at any point that they want to the Vegas Golden Knights. The problem, and he's going to re-sign there. The problem is the Vegas Golden Knights probably know that, and they're probably not willing to give up nearly as much as some other teams are that he doesn't want to sign with. I always have found it interesting that he didn't want to actually sign a contract in Dallas because that's a no state income tax. I mean, they're a really good quality team. Again, apparently, we heard rumors that Dallas Stars were offering a lot for Rasmus Andersson if he was willing to re-sign. Now, you can't expect the Dallas Stars to give up a lot if he doesn't re-sign. Can you imagine if the Calgary Flames were able to get Robertson? Honestly, that trade would almost make too much sense. I mean, Jason Robertson would be absolutely perfect. He is an offensive dynamo. Goal scoring, passing, he's got size, he's cost controllable. You can keep him around for a long time. I personally think that the Calgary Flames definitely could use some more offense. I mean, obviously it sucks that they're going to be getting rid of a right shot defenseman. At the end of the day, we know Rasmus Andersson is going to be moved. It's just a matter of time, like who is he going to get moved to? Unfortunately, I do probably predict that he is going to get moved to the Vegas Golden Knights. I think that's really unfortunate. I can't stand the way the NHL is going right now, where everybody wants to play in either Vegas or Florida. I think this needs to be fixed by the National Hockey League, but why don't you give me your opinion, guys? I'm going to leave this video here. If you can make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys, and make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.